All right, today's the 27th of November, 2024. We're up in the bell tower. I'm here with Tyler. Hey, Tyler.
How you doing?
And we're taking a look at, this is the Big Daddy. These have names, somebody said. Does it have a name?
They're pretty one here somewhere.
All right, I'll have to take a picture of it. Anyhow, so we're looking at the motor, and the issue of the motor mounts are somehow not doing well. Need to be replaced. But the motor seems to be functioning. This is the swing motor. It's got chain, roller chain, that comes up here, hooks into some regular chain, I think, to go around the wheel. There's a view on the other ones. And so tell me again, Tyler, just some roller chain oil?
So 3-in-1 oil is a good oil to apply to these chains because it's a thinner oil, so
okay.
It's not going to gum up. But the idea is to get oil in each of these links here.
Ah, okay.
It's going to help over time. The pivot points on that striker there, you want to get some oil in those cracks there and the creases that you can see in between the hardware. That'll allow a horizontal pin that runs around.
So that's like here and there. Okay.
So this is the pin here that we refer to. Even though it's just a 1/2-inch pin, but if you can get some oil in here, the pins can come out completely if anything were to ever seize up on these. But in terms of maintenance, if you can get some oil in these crevices here, then that will help. There are Aegis bearings inside. These do help to self-lubricate themselves over a period of time, but you still need to apply oil once, twice a year to
And what kind of oil is that?
3-in-1 oil is what I would recommend.
For both of these?
Yes. Everything can take 3-in-1 oil.
Okay.
You've got, if you can turn the camera view up here, your clappers.
Yep.
I refer to them as a clapper pin, but as you can see, it is a bolt holding this pin, or this clapper in place. So you want to make sure that that's getting oil. Every few years, it's good to take them out completely and apply some grease. So you can use multi-purpose or marine grease, something that's not going to attract too much debris in there. If these rods get dry, then you got metal on metal, and what will happen, it takes several years for this to occur, but metal on metal, that friction is going to wear out to where you get creases into that bolt, and then that can disrupt the function of this clapper here. Other than that, it's routine inspection, making sure the chain's not coming too loose, making sure your strikers are still in adjustment. There are bolts that can adjust how these are positioned. And then you've got support bolts on the top. They go through the bell and through the yoke. And those bolts are what holds this bell in place. So you always want to make sure when you're up here oiling things every so often that you're just checking your hardware like that.
Yeah.
Because that's how annual maintenance finds stuff like this, because everything's tested. So you can see how it's functioning and you can catch when stuff like this starts to happen.
Got it.
There's no prevention to a bolt failing, but the idea is to try and catch it before it gets too far gone.
And let me take a view of this as well. So this is the mechanism at the back of the motor.
So this is your cam here.
Got it.
Connected to a micro switch. So as the bell engages, the cam rotates back and forth. So as the micro switch dips down on either side, that's what engages the other contactor to stop and pull the motor back in the other direction.
Wow. Okay, so that's the reversing. So it's a dual shaft motor of some sort, because the shaft's got to come through and engage that. So it just reverses back, forth, back, forth. Got it.
That's it.
Same thing on all three of them?
All three of them look exactly like this.
Same controllers?
Slightly different cam because you have different size bells. The size of the bell, you can angle it differently.
And while I got the video going, so we have this main disconnect. This up here is probably a main disconnect.
It is your main disconnect because you had a blown fuse in here. That's why none of the bells were ringing.
Ah, there you go.
There's 3 fuses because these are 3-phase motors.
Yep.
So 3 fuses going across. One fuse was blown, the other 2 were good. Replace the bad fuse, everything started swinging.
Excellent. And then this box underneath it is the disconnect for this bell.
Yep.
And this disconnect box and panel are empty. Maybe something old. It says retired.
That was your old panel.
Around August of 12. Yeah. And then there are disconnect boxes on the other side for each of these 2 bells here.